Hello everyone and welcome to your New Look musicianship classes for the next wee while. This is my music room in Glasgow, so you're going to be seeing a bit of this and a bit of me, but we're going to be doing a lot of the same kind of things that we would normally be doing in our usual lessons if we could meet together. We'll be doing some singing, some clapping, some games, some writing activities, all of that kind of thing. We'll keep on with all of our usual work, just a little bit differently and with these videos. So the first thing, I thought it would be really nice if the whole centre did one big activity, all the same, so when we get back together we've all learnt a song and we can all sing it together and play it together and all of those sorts of things. So we're going to start off with keeping a steady beat, and we're going to do that through a little bit of body percussion. As we all know, keeping our beat is so important. It means we keep in time with ourselves, it means we keep in time with any other musicians we're playing with, so if you're in a band or orchestra or anything like that, if you're doing work with me playing the piano for you. So we're going to set that up. I'm going to start with a little bit of clicking and tapping our chests. So I'm going to go, off we go, click, click, tap, tap, click, tap, and click. One more time. Good. And if you can't click, you can substitute that for something else. You can tap on your thigh, you can do a clap, anything like that. Just something a bit different to tapping on your chest all the time, so we've got a bit of variety. So let's put that whole thing together. I'm going to keep on clicking just because you can see it easily on the screen and it picks up well on the microphone. So the whole pattern goes click, click, tap, tap. And we start again straight away with that next pattern of clicks. So we're going to end up with 3 clicks in a row. Click, click, tap, tap, click, tap, click, 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 tap, tap, click, tap, click. And that's going to go through the whole of the song, all the way through. We're going to have some little activities you can do where you can change some of that percussion, or if you're already clapping or something instead of clicking, you've already had a little go at changing some of it. So the next step is to learn the actual song, and I'm just going to sing you the whole first section a couple of times through first, and then we'll break it down so that you can learn it a little bit easier. So it goes. Si le le, si le le, oh. Si le le, si le le, oh. And obviously underneath that we'd have our body percussion, si le le, si le le. But let's break that down a little bit first. So your words, first of all, I'm afraid I've not been able to find out whether they're nonsense words or whether they're in a different language and they mean something. This song is by McFerrin, who's probably best known for singing Don't Worry, Be Happy. If you don't know, it's a great fun song. Go and have a listen. So the words are si le, o. And the rhythm of that is si le, o. So you can have a little go at that. Si le, o. If you just need to practice that saying it first, or you can do the clapping of the rhythm as well. Have a little go at that if you need to, but I'm going to move on. You can pause this video. I'm going to move on to starting the song. So I'm going to break it down into 2 little bits for you. Off we go, si le le. That bit first. Off we go, si le le. One more time. Si le le. And that's the first section. The last bit goes, off we go, oh. Last time, oh. So once you've got the hang of that, again, you can pause this video and go back over any bits that you might need to. And this time we're going to sing the whole thing. Off we go, si le le, oh. Si le le, oh. And And once you've got the hang of that, you can sing that through a few times. I'm going to give you a recording. This song's in 3 parts, and I'm going to give you a recording of me singing all 3 parts. You can practice having a go against all of those parts, or we can start looking at adding some of that body percussion in. So we can do it with the clapping and clicking. Off we go. Si le le, si le le. Hey, hey, oh. Have a little go at that if you want. As I've said, I'm going to post a variety of activities, so you've got lots of things to choose from. Choose what's going to work best for you in your environment and what you've got to hand and what you're able to play with. The other thing, just while I remember, is if you've got any percussion instruments at home, you could swap that body percussion for some actual percussion, some instruments. So here I've got some bells, and it's really fun if you can find some different ways of playing these percussion instruments that you might have. So I've got some bells here. We've got si le le, si le le, just for a bit of variety. The other thing, if you've got anything that's safe and secure to bang together, please don't pick up valuable, precious objects and then start slamming them together. That's not going to go down well. So I've got 2 really nice solid pieces of wood. Si le le, si le le. And you can find different ways of holding them, different ways of playing them, or playing them in different places, again, to give us that bit of variety. If you don't have anything like that, what I quite often substitute is just a pair of chopsticks. They do a really good makeshift clave. Or, if you feel like getting crafty, I did some really quick shakers. Literally just a jam jar and some dried beans that I had in the house. But that's an opportunity for you to get creative and decorative if you want to, and pretty patterns and all of that kind of thing. What I found really interesting was I had a couple of different types of bean. I think these are cannellini beans and some yellow lentils. And they make completely different sounds. This one's got a much bassier, kind of darker, bigger sound. More like a cello, more like a violin. So we've got lots of things that you can do there already. One of the other things just on this first section is it's a really good opportunity to practice our hand signs. So if we're starting on, let me get that note again. If we're starting there, we're starting on a do. Off we go. Do, re, mi, fa, fa, mi. Re, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, fa, mi, re, re, do. So we got do, re, mi, fa, fa, mi. Is that si, le, si, le. And the last bit is o, with re, re, do. That's really helpful because it sounds like the words. So you can practice those hand signs on their own and the singing names on their own. You can practice doing the hand signs and singing the words. So si le, si le. And if you're feeling particularly coordinated, which I will be brutally honest, I'm not going to try this bit, but you could even try doing hand signs with one hand and that body percussion with the other, or your percussion instruments, or whatever you're doing for that percussion section to keep that beat going. Have lots of fun with that. I'm going to move on to the second section of the song, but you've got lots to be doing, lots to be going on with there if you want to stop and do some of that. So, second section of the song. We've got exactly the same words, exactly the same rhythms, but instead of starting on do, we're going to start on mi, and we sing the same pattern of notes, the same ups and downs, but obviously we've got different intervals and different notes. So it goes si le, o, si le, o. And I'm going to do the same thing. We can break that down into smaller chunks so that you've got a little bit of time to practice it. So let me get that note again. Si le, one more time. Si le, and last bit. O, last time. O. So you can put that together in so many ways. You can sing that on its own. Like I say, I'm giving you a recording of all 3 parts recorded. You could do the first bit, si le, oh. Then change parts. Si, le, si, le, oh. And of course, we've still got our body percussion that we can be doing. Si, le, oh. All of those things to be getting on with. The next step for that is our singing names and our hand signs for that second section. So instead of starting on do where we were before, we're starting on mi. And I'm going to get that note again because I keep going sharp. Mi, fa, sol, la, sol, fa, mi. Mi, fa, sol, la, sol, fa, mi. Have a little go at that with the hand signs and the singing names, or the hand signs and the words, and all of those same body percussion exercises all work with that. And the last and final section of the song, this is the highest bit. So we started on do, we've moved up to a mi, and now we're going to go right up to the high do. So it goes, off we go, si, le, oh. Si, le, oh. So now we've got our third section of that song, and it's the highest of the three sections. So we started on a low do, and then our second section started on a mi, and this time we're going to start on a high do, which is there. And it goes, off we go, si, le, oh. And you can see I did the hand signs for you there. We did do, 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 re, do, 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 do. So straight away you've got that hand sign practice as well if you want to. I'll break that down into some slightly smaller chunks, but there's only 2 notes and you should already be really happy with that rhythm. So it's only do and re, back to do. So it goes, off we go. Si, le, just that bit. Si, le, and obviously if you want to try the body percussion as well, go for it. If you feel like you need a little bit of time to get that tune first, do that first. And the last bit is all the same rhythm. Oh. And it's all on that high do, so that should be nice and easy. Oh. When you feel like you've got the tune, practice those high hand signs, practice the singing names, so do's and re's instead of the words, or you can do the words and the hand signs, or hand signs and body percussion, all of those combinations that we've done before. And that's the whole song. So I'm going to give you a recording of all 3 parts of that. I'm going to sing it, just the first bit, just the second bit, just the top bit, and then all 3 parts together, or some combination thereof. And lots of different ideas for you to have a play with percussion. I'm going to give you some ideas to do with your instruments, but I don't have a violin or a cello or a viola or anything like that, so I'll give you some suggestions, but I can't show you any of that. And do let me know how you get on. I hope you're able to do some really effective, efficient practice. And I know this isn't necessarily the easiest setup, so if you do have any questions or suggestions or anything that would make it easier for you, do get in touch and let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing how you all get on and looking forward to seeing you all soon. Bye bye.